In the last few classes, we have discussed what is React, how does React works, how to start basic React application, how to run it, how to build it, posting into Netlify, what is JSX, what are the rules of JSX, and yesterday we discussed on what is component. We'll have a recap of what is component one more time. Yesterday one. Okay. I will just explain it like yesterday code. Yesterday I did some code. I will explain it. And then we will move forward to the today's one. Is it clear, ma? Yesterday I gave some task. How many of you done? Good. You're not there yesterday? Then I recommend everyone to try it. Online people or offline. Anyone faced any problem? Any problem happen? Anyone not get it or something? No? You got it now? The exactly same how I got it, you also got it. Good. Now let me show you what I did. Open folder. Hmm. 7:30 React. Correct. Yesterday I did one code called Hello World program. In this Hello World program, how did you get this code? Did I write every file in this particular code, sir? No. To get this particular code, what I used is I used a bundler called wit. Okay. How do you use that wit? Is all I did is I go to the command prompt terminal. In this terminal, I typed here npm create wait at the rate latest. Then it will ask me some options. Then I will select it like the React JS. I will select the JavaScript. I will select it experimental low. Automatically, I will get basic code and it will run the code also. If I want to run the code, I will use the command npm run dev. It will run in 5173 port by default and I will see the output. Whenever I change the code here, automatically code will change there also called HMR, Hot Module Reload. Then I started understanding where to change in my code. What is the entry point in my code, sir? Index.html. In index.html, I will change the title. I will change the fav icon. After changing fav icon and the title in my project, then for changing the body, I cannot change body here because body is empty actually. Only one div is there. This div is connected to main.jsx. In the main.jsx, it is connected to app.jsx. So main is having app. App is having what is app is having? Movie line. App is having movie line. Movie line is having movie. It's like movie line is like a four lines. Each line, four movies are there. Today you will understand more about the components, more about JSX and props, and we will create something beautiful components today using our HTML or CSS or kind of the JavaScript knowledge. Now, online you all can see it right screen. For some people it's not visible, I think. Yeah, good. Perfect. Now, let's start with come back to the components definition. Component is like dividing the UI into logical, reusable parts. Every component should be should be reusable. Sir, if I created one component, sir, what is the use of it? Next time I can use it, na? For example, Netflix created movie component. They are using same movie component. All are looking like same. Only movie names are different. Movie images are different. But they all are same only, na? If you go to the Flipkart, so many products are there. But you open any product is looking like same only. Structure is same. CSS is same. Only data will change. So you will create it one particular component and you will change only data in it. Data will be changed, but the structure layout is same so that you can reuse it. That reusable is important. Next, any component should be simple. The main use of React and the components are simple. Sir, I will create one component which will be whole website, sir. Wrong. Because your component should be as small and as simple as possible. Sir, I will create one button, sir. Nice. Button is simple one. Oh, I will put red color button. I will put green color button. Sometime I will put like in this button different kind of letters. Instead of writing every time button, 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 I will create one component for it. Okay. I will create whole header. Okay. I will create left sidebar. Or I will create one card. I will create one scroller. Like that, you should make it one only one single purpose. Okay. Multiple purposes, one component is wrong. Are you getting my point, ma? Next. Components can be can be functional or class. If you see, yesterday I created component. How did I created component? Did I use function or class? Function only, na? In JavaScript, actually, you can even write oops also. React JS olden times, like kind of before React 16th version in 2017, 16, 2018 also, I think. At that time, people used to do class programs. Everywhere in React, people used to write class instead of functions. But React 16th version introduced something called hooks. Once hooks came to React, na, we stopped using class. We are using functions now. Now, by default, React people are only saying it use functions. If you go to official documentation of React, if you go to official documentation of React, in that they will only tell you why it is loading slow. Where are they? Hmm. If you go here, class components. Now, now if you see, can you see here what they are saying? React people, we recommend defining components as functions instead of classes. So, in newer versions, React people suggested you use functions only, don't use classes for your components. Okay, but I will show you one day how to do it classes also. It is not important because it's old times people used to do. Okay, kind of 4 5 years back. But there is a chance if you go to something big companies, you will see old code. Some big companies they will have the code, they will not change that. Okay, there is a chance for that you need to know. But uh, We don't develop. If you are developing something now today, we don't use it. Okay. Now, today's we are not in these days we are not using classes. Okay. Right. Next. So a component can be reusable, a component can be simple, a component can be functional or class based. Now, sir, how to add components to program? Very simple, sir. Components are nothing but functions only. You will create one function, and every component returns return return JSX. You all remember JSX, sir? Components returns JSX. It indirectly components returns the HTML. But but all JSX files, okay, or functions must return only one element. I think we already discussed that point. I cannot return more than one. Okay, good. Today people are using functions. In previously people used to do classes, correct? Now I will create it one program. In that program, again I will create one small components, and I will show you like how these components works, how these websites works and all. Then I will show you another topic called props to it. Are you getting my point, ma? See, we are in the surface level. Slowly, once you understand how to do props basic, then state basic, virtual DOM basic, API basic, then again I will come back to components. Then advanced components, advanced props, advanced state, advanced virtual DOM, advanced APIs. Then we will go to the another topics. These four are the pillars. Getting my point, ma? Now let's start here. Online ones, any doubts? Sir, I have a doubt. Why functions over the classes? Because classes comes from OOP and modern structure. Why we are sticking to function? This is interesting question. OOPs are not the modern structure. Actually, people have the misconception. OOPS is a method, kind of, people follow different kinds of thought process. Object-oriented programming is one of the thought process. Okay, there are three kinds of thought process in the programming. People do something called POP. Anyone heard of this? C language, if you know, they will know. Procedure-oriented programming. This is the starting point. Then people like procedure-oriented programming is not good. Why? Because like one by one, heavily depend on data. Then people started something called OOP, object-oriented programming. There is another one most people don't know, modularity programming, where you divide your whole program into chota parts so that you can use. If you are using backend, sir, backend is heavily dependent on logic. You are building Python. What is the main thing in Python? Logic only, na? How do you maintain your business logic? How do you, like, so many people are coming to my website, how to send them mail, how to keep my customers, or how to engage them, or how to provide them their service, how to make that particular product use. Okay, if you are building it Amazon, how to do that, cart status or checkout status, or how to do payment status. These all are heavily logic, na? Logic ones people use OOP. React is a front end guy. For React, logic is not much important. What is important is view, how it is visible, how it is presented. If you are presenting something, this one is better, modular. Why? Because if you divide the program into chota parts, each one you can make it look better. I divide the whole program is there, whole website is there. Then I divide this website into chota parts. Now I will make this more colorful because it is very simple, na? Small part. Now I can think about how to make this small part look better. That is what the difference between front end and the back end. Most people use the OOP in front end. It works. OOP you can use, but it will complex the programs. Okay, it is not necessary. If you go back end, it is absolutely necessary to use OOP. Are you getting my point, ma online? But sir, methods are functions in OOPs according to Python. Yes, methods are functions in OOPs. Business logic you will use using the OOPs in your Python. Here in React, we will use components using functions. Normal JavaScript also will use functions only. Are you getting my point, ma? Now, good. Let's start. Online, is it clear, sir? Can we write separate CSS for components? Yes. Let me start here. I think yesterday I did. I will show you again. Now, let's start another code. We'll start from first onwards. First, go to terminal, new terminal. Now, what is the command, sir? npm create white @latest barabar. Now it will start one program and it is asking me what is the program. I will say it like components demo and I put the name. It will ask me package name, same basically. Only difference is package name will not take capitals. Which one you wanna put? React. Which one you wanna go? Do you wanna go yes or no? Yes. हो गया. Now automatically it will install and it will start my app. Online, if any questions, you can mention it. Tailwind with React also will show. Not now, but slowly we'll go to that. Don't worry. I will show you the Tailwind. I will show you the libraries, animations and all. Not now, actually. Let's go here one by one by one. Click here, open. Any doubts till now? Till now, no one have doubts. Now, as usual, every day what I do, go to components demo, go to index.html, change it however I want. A simple web page to show multiple components. And I will go here, fav icon, fav icon, letter K, go here, copy, go here, and in this width, already something width is there. So I will just replace it. Now, come in. Now, see, I have my own thing. And then after this, I want to change the body. To change the body, I am not going to main.jsx because we already know what is main.jsx and all. So I'm directly going to app.jsx. Go to app.jsx, delete everything. And I don't want any CSS files also. In CSS also, I'm deleting everything. Index.css I deleted, app.css I deleted, everything I deleted. Online, is it clear, ma? Variant kya select which variant? React. You will do React with JavaScript. Yeah, clear. Testing, we will do it like with the unit testing later, not now. Good. Okay. Now let's start. Tell me how to start my component, sir. Function. What is the component name? App, because whatever the name, same name, file name you will put, open, close, and then this. Here you started the component. Whenever you are doing it component here, you should some other place you are importing. So here what you will do, sir? Export, export default app. Sir, one page or one file, you can export only one default. You cannot say it like, sir, I will create two functions here only, export them both default. No, no. Okay, if you want to export it like it will come named export. If you know modules in JavaScript, it will work. If you don't know, also in one class, I will show you. Now, every component must return JSX, and that JSX will return only one element. So I will say it like here, return. Any doubts, sir, here? I hope it's clear till now, because this is what the first classes we do. Why should we write default, sir? There is not rule actually. The default is like normally in, if anyone knows, in JavaScript exports and imports, in JavaScript there is a topic called modules. What is the topic, ma? Modules. This is ES6 modules. In ES6 modules, at one point you will export, and here you are importing it. When you are importing, can you see, for example, see this file? When you are importing, you are using braces, na? Okay. If whenever you are exporting, if you use default, whenever you are importing, you don't need to put braces. But if I don't write default, what will happen, sir? Nothing will happen. If I don't use default, then it will, you need to tell it like the variable here, like something default. But here, whatever you are, uh, sorry, I'm exporting here. If you don't use default, you need to put them in some kind of set brackets. And here, whenever you are importing, also you are using set brackets. Both will work fine. If you don't use default there, use set brackets there, and here also set brackets. Okay, what is the advantage? In this way, you can send multiple files. Okay, but if you use default, okay, you can use default there, and without any kind of set brackets, you can import there. Okay, that is called default import or default export, named export and named import. Okay, people will use sometimes this and sometimes that. In later classes, I will do it like multiple export. At that time, I will show you. Online people also. If you get any single doubt, ma, ask me. No worries. Okay. Abhi tak clear hai everyone? Clear. Now let's go here. Let's make beautiful website. I'm creating one folder called components. In components, I'm creating a folder called file header.jsx, header.jsx, and in header.jsx, what you will write, sir? Function header, same na? Function header export default header return div, or do you know HTML semantic elements? In HTML, there are something called semantic tags. People will use this kind of things if you know. Header is also one of the tag in HTML. Okay. Usually for headers, people use. There is something called footer, nav, section, article, something kind of one. Aside. Okay. So I'm just using, because using semantic elements are good for practice. Next one, I'm creating the similarly footer dot JSX. I recommend you to write it again. I'm just using the copy paste one. It works because all I have to do is change the names only. Here, footer. And main um, body or whatever .jsx. I'm creating more. Go here, body, or main body div. Now, if you see, sir, I created here till now. I created here till now three components. One is header, footer, and main body. Anyone have any doubts, sir? Online, anyone have any questions, ma? No. Good. Why did you create it like that? Because I want a website now. In website, I divided my website it like, uh, first my website, how it will be. This is my website. My website will have one header. My website will have one footer. My website will have it like something the main body. But all are inside app only, right? This app is inside main only, main JSX only. This main.jsx is connected to index.html only, right or not? Right? If you understand how they are working, okay, it is easy for understanding the React. Same way header, same way footer, same way main body. All are same only. There is no difference. Now let's write it header one. In header, I will do it here. Something left side img div or nav anchor tag, something like href home about contacts. I'm slowly building something bigger site. Sir, I created this one. Anyone have any question in this? Now, sir, there is one problem I will tell you. Most beginners do this mistake. Here, how many components I have now? Three, na? In future, I will add more components now. If I write all these components CSS in app.css, if I write all these components CSS in app.css, it will be confusing to me later. So people, what they will do, two methods. In olden times, people will write it like each component, they will write their own separate CSS. Header carry header.css, footer.css, main body.css. That is old way. New way, people will use tailwind. Tailwind is like inline CSS. Okay. We will do it like tailwind slowly later. Okay. Now we are using something old method where I will create one CSS file, header dot CSS. You all know CSS files, no? Simple. But sir, you created CSS. How to connect that CSS into this header file? Correct. Because in HTML, if you wanna connect a CSS, you will use link tag. But in JavaScript, if you JSX, if you wanna connect the CSS, you will write it here, import. What you will write, ma? Header.css. If you wanna create multiple pages, then we need to store content and that things will come it later. Don't worry. How to create multiple pages, I will tell you later. We are all doing it like one page only. No. After understanding state, after understanding the uh, virtual machine, then APIs, then we will do the things. Okay. Sir, now means net asset value. Sorry. Hey, now is a tag ray. Nav is a tag. HTML tag, you know na now. Nav is a HTML tag which is used for something navigation menu. Okay. For nav menu, people do that. Now, so I'm just gonna use it here. RHIT logo. Let's go here. Copy. So I will go here. SRC. ALT. And I have this now. I have to connect this header with this header CSS. I already connected, sir. I want people to remember this. How to connect. Because they are in same folder. As these are both are in same folder, I use single dot. If they are in say different folder, you used to do go with double dot. Okay, for connection. Next, go here in the header. All I will do is, sir, you all know CSS na? I'm gonna write it quickly. Background color black, color white. Okay, and padding, top one, bottom some 10 pixel, left and right some kind of 20 pixel, and display flux, justify content, space between, align item center. Any doubts in this? And inside this header, I have one image. See, if you see, I am not writing any of the JavaScript, HTML and CSS only. That is why people say React is easy. Every component is very, very, very simple, just HTML CSS, but you will put them inside JavaScript. Okay. Then inside header, you have img where I will write it like something height, something 100 pixel. And nav you have, again, nav I will have display, flux, gap, 20 pixel. Anchor tag I have text decoration, none. Color white, font size 24 pixel. I know how it will work. Where is my website, right? Now, did I see any header, sir? You know why? Because you are writing header, but what is showing on the screen? App.jsx. Header should be inside app.jsx, na? So go here, sir. Import header. It will only show you suggestions actually. Header and write it here, header. It's like a HTML tag only you will write. You will write it like a HTML tag only. Simple. This is how our website is looking. Any doubts? Online, any doubts, sir, in this? Header is done. No doubts. Perfect. Same way. Let's close it. Once something is over, I will close it. Now let's go footer. How do you do it, footer, sir? Footer. Now in this footer, I will do it like um, this website belongs to XYZ 2025 or 2026. Copy something. Okay. Now I want to give CSS to this. Now I'm not gonna use footer.css. Why? Because only one line is there, na? So I'm gonna use inline CSS. There are three things: inline CSS, internal CSS, external CSS. Earlier I used footer.css, na? That is external CSS, writing separate file and connecting to it. This now I'm gonna use inline CSS. Inline CSS is writing it directly style here. You know, na? You will write it directly style. I think all knows it, right? Now I will do it here. Um, Background color black, color white. Actually, it will not work. I will show you what is the best way, but let me show you how first. Import footer from footer. Now, if I go here, I will write it here footer. I will even import the main body also. Import main body. Because I exported there, it is coming here, main body. Now go here. Now, why this footer is not coming? Why it's not showing? Huh. I told you, na? If you use directly, you think there is nothing wrong in this. Okay, it will work, but it will not work. Why? Because in JSX, when you are returning this HTML, whatever the HTML you are returning it, if you are giving it styles to this HTML, it will not take the styles directly. It will think the styles need to be dynamic. You are giving styles dynamic, na? Anytime you are giving dynamic code, anytime you are giving dynamic code in JSX, you need to use them within brackets. Okay. Then in this brackets, I wanna give. Now here, people. Okay, let me show you like first this one. Something happened. It came now. Why it is loading it again and again? Control C, copy, CLS, npm, no, CD. First I have to go to that folder. CD components demo, then npm run dev. It's going at the infinite one. Okay. Now, for this dynamic one, normally if you wanna use internal CSS, you need to use this. But here comes to the most interesting part. Directly inline CSS, it will not accept. Okay. I told you, if you remember, the inside these brackets, you will write JavaScript, right or not? Dynamic values. So all your dynamic values, people will write it in one object. Let you all know object, sir? Let me create one object. Styles equals to, or footer styles equals to, I will create one object. What is that object contains? Background color black, color white, and I'm gonna write it that object name here. If you see here now, why it is going it with the infinite loop? Main body, average is X, all were correct only. कुछ तो हो गया. Something it's going with infinite. Why? Is it like my browser not supporting? Localhost 5173. Now it's coming empty only. No, you don't need to use backticks for that actually. Is it the footer styles missing? Is it because of the styles? Let me show you then. Now somewhere my browser only is stopping it. Okay, go here, open it up. It seems strange. At least it should show this much now. Okay. Did you see the classic mistake? Okay, everyone. No, 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 no. I will tell you what is the biggest mistake I did. What is the name of my component, sir? What is the name I put here, sir? That means this one is loading inside this one only. It is loading itself again and again and again and again. Do you know what is it called? It happens because I forgot to put the classic one footer here. Your HTML tag is small. I have to put small f for HTML. I used capital, so it is thinking it like inside footer component, you want footer component. And when I put it again, it is asking inside footer component. Again inside footer component. It is going on. My footer component is never ending. Online, is it clear, sir? Now let's close it. And this is called infinite loop. Okay, a small caps having this much problem to me. Now let's go here. Localhost 5173. Now, if you see, my footer is coming here. Okay. Now, now let's go. HTML is not case sensitive, but JavaScript is. Okay. Here, this capital one and the small ones are different. Now, anyway, let me give it here CSS, sir. Now, here I will give CSS. Let footer styles. Same way, you can give it here only footer styles equals to, and you can give one object of CSS, and that object of CSS, you can write it here. Style equals to footer styles. You can define an object of CSS here, and that CSS you can explain here, or directly, people will put double braces here only, so that they can write it some background styles and all here. Let me give it here. Background color. If you wanna use inline CSS in JSX, this is how people do. Black color, white text align. If you see, there is a difference between normal CSS and this. In normal CSS, background color is having background dash color, text dash align. But in this one, you are using it the JavaScript representation. Everything is coming with camel case, if you observe. Font size, something 24 pixel. And if you see my website, this is also having some kind of thing. Online, is it clear, ma? Does anyone have any doubts in this one? I used one with the inline CSS, one with the external CSS. Now next, main body. Now here you are gonna understand today's main topic, props, how they are gonna work. Okay. Now, all I will do is in this main body, I'm gonna write it here something. Movies, another div, close. Now, let's go here. Let's go here. Today, I'm going to give you something called GitHub. From today onwards, our class, every day, the notes will be provided with the GitHub. Till now, whatever the notes we have written will be there, and whatever the codes I have done also will be there. Okay, so that you can take my code and you can continue with it. Clear, ma? Online, sir? Clear? Not the classroom link. Today onwards, we'll have it like the GitHub link. In the GitHub link only, we'll have it like the both. Okay. Now, anyway. Now, sir, what is the structure you want? Now I will tell you what website I want. One header is there in my website. One footer will be there in my website. Here I will write something called movies, and I will print here so many movies. This is what my website I want. But I want all of these movies to be different. Yesterday I put same movies, na? Now I want different. Any doubts, sir? First, I will do small one, then I will do it like something bigger one. Let's go here. I am creating one component called movie dot jsx. All I will do is function movie open close here export default movie return here div class name movie. In this one I will have img src alt slash, and I will have it like movie title in h2 tag. Clear ma? Any doubts in my this movie tag? Now if I go here, if I take it here a movie like Doraemon, copy, copy, go here. First I will put static one. Then I will go here. हो गया. I wanna put this movie one inside this main body, sir. For this main body, I'm gonna create it here something called CSS main body dot CSS. Go here, import main body dot CSS. If you observe, whatever the small things using that only I'm creating big project. Okay. Instead of creating chota chota things, try to create something bigger using the chota things. Okay. But till now, anyone have any question? No. I will put this movie also here. Import movie. It might be lot taking on first day, but slowly if you practice, sir, believe me, it will work very easily. Class movies. Inside movies, I'm gonna repeat it. Movie, movie tag, something 6 times. Copy. Now, if you see in my website now, there is a main body. In this main body, 6 times movies will come. 6 movies will come. This main body should be there in the app. Import main body. Go here, main body. I have it like Doraemon something like 6 times. Online, anyone have any doubts, ma? So all you will do, React first principle, components. What is components? You will create chota chota parts and you will combine them. I created header, sir. I created footer, sir. I created main body, sir. I created movie, sir. Movie combined with main body. Header, main body, footer combined to app.jsx. हो गया site. Then CSS. In this main.css, I will do it like something simple CSS here. Go here, main body.css. I will do div. I will go movies. dot movies. Does anyone know what is grid? I hope so. Grid template columns. Repeat 3 comma 1 FR. Max width 1280 pixel. Margin auto. And each movie gonna be display flux. Justify content center. Align items center. Padding 20 pixel. Border radius 20 pixel. Box shadow 10 pixel, 20 pixel, 50 pixel, orange. If I go here, oh, flux direction colon. Can you see that? The gap is not good, obviously. So all I have to do is put some kind of gap, some kind of 30 pixel. That makes the site something okay, not bad. And movies should be in center. How do you put this one? H1 center. So go here, H1 font size 48 pixel, text align center. This is what the task I gave clearly how to do it yesterday. Okay. Yesterday I gave the task. If any one of you tried, it will come something similar to this. Anyone have any doubts in this code? Because if you understand yesterday one, this is same. Now I'm gonna add something to it. I'm gonna add something small to it so that you will understand it, like how to put each movie different. You all know functions, na? I think in Python also functions are there, na? Sir, functions, if I want to give, for example, some function is there. Every time I wanted some function to have different values. How do you give them? Sorry? Using parameters. You know function parameters, na? Every function have parameters. If you give different parameters, same function will work different times, different ways. Right or not? Sir, one function is there, like a simple function. If I have to write, imagine I write a function like sum a comma b. If I write it here, return a plus b. It's a classic example. Now, if I write it here, this function sum 5 comma 3, it will return 8. Sum like 3 comma 2, it will return 5. Right or not? You are not going to write two functions, na? So one function with different values. Same way, sir, components are functions here. Components are functions here. You all have to do is just send different values. Sir, can we not use just flux instead of grid? You can use it, your wish. Okay, I'm using different things different times. Simple. How to use loop for the same? I will use loops also. Slowly, I will make it bigger. Okay. Now, sir, 6 times it's there. Now I want to give different movies. Sorry, different names. I am gonna write it here. You have to give as a properties. How do you give ma properties? You know HTML tags, na? They are HTML tags will have properties, na? Like HTML tags have, for example, anchor tag have a property attribute, not property, but attributes. Anchor tag have a attribute called href. IMG have a attribute called src. Okay, or fur tag have something. Label tag have fur, or input tag have type. Everything have something na. Same way, React components send data. React components send data using attributes. Using attributes. Now see, title, I am sending it like KGF. Here title, I'm sending it like something Saho. Title, I'm sending it like whatever. Um, Vikram. Title, I'm sending it like Shashank Redemption. Redemption. And here also title, I'm sending it um, Titanic. Title. Okay. So now I have it like 6 movies. Sir, all I'm doing is every time I am sending, every time I'm using movie only, but every time I'm sending different values, na? These are called variants. Okay. So different variants of, movie. Now, in React language, in normal HTML, you call it as attributes. In React language, we call it as props. What you will call? Props. Props is a short form of properties. We'll have a detailed notes, don't worry. Props is a short form of properties. But sir, you send them here. When you send in one place, in another place you should receive na. See, dekho. Here, is it coming KGF? Is it coming anything, sir? No, nothing is coming. Why? Because you are sending in one place, but are you receiving in another place? No. I want to receive in another place. To receive in another place, all you will do is go here, go here, and where is function? See, function. Where you will write parameters, sir? In this brackets. There are two ways. One way is people will directly write it here props. You will write it the name props. Okay. You can directly write it here props, and wherever you want to use, here you will write set brackets because that's a dynamic value. Props dot. Sir, what did you send their name? If you observe, sir, every time I should send with this key value pair you will send. Every time key is same. What is the key there? Title. Everything you are sending, it will send it in an object called props. What is the object name? Props. This is the object. In that object, see in that object dot obj dot name. Same way, props dot, what is the name? Title. If you write there capitals, here also capitals. If you write there small, here also small. Now idhar jao. What is the first name? Obviously. Did I write it 6 different ones? No. Online, is it clear, ma? One more time. Why not we do one more time? One more thing. Like for example, I'm sending it say here, here, something. I'm just giving it like whatever I want. Okay, don't get confused. I'm sending it like multiple values. 2019 here, 2016 here, 1998 Year 1999. Year 2019. Sir, now every time I'm sending how many properties? Every time you are rendering a component, how many properties you are sending, sir? Two properties. But both will be received. Both will be received. Here you are sending two properties. You are sending two properties, but both will be received using single object. What is that object name? Now I wanna print the year. Anyone tell me how do I print the year? Like for example, let's go here, paragraph, released year. Sir, I wanna print a dynamic year value. How do I print dynamic year value, ma? Focus here, sir. It's a morning class. You might feel sleepy. Okay. So how do you print the release year here? Props dot year. Barabar. Why? Because everything is coming in the props. By default, name is props. I hope online it's clear. It should be same name. If I give it here capital props, that should be capital props. Dekho. Har each time different movie names are coming, movie years are coming. Now, sir, I wanna give different images. Obviously, na KGF should have KGF image and the Saho should have Saho image. How do I give these different images? Anyone tell me? If I wanna change images, what is the property I have to pass? That SRC ka value na link I have to give na. That SRC link you have to give na. So I am going to give another one. Can we do for images also? Right. Who is sending? Who is receiving? Very good. Sir, in main body, wherever you write, where did you write this movie? In main body. So in main body, you are sending, and in original function component, you are receiving. Same way, sir. You will send it wherever you call function, you will send the values. Wherever original function is there, you will receive the values. Components are functions. There is no difference actually. Any question, ma? Online, is it clear, everyone? If okay, I will send it the image link also. I hope it's clear for most people. Let's send image link, sir. IMG link. All you have to do is write it here. IMG link. Sir, is it necessary to put IMG link only? No, your name. You can put any name, na? So I will write it here. Links. Um, array. I have the code formatter. It is formatting automatically. That's the difference. Okay. Now I have total this. Let's go with internet. In internet, I can find the movies. KGF images. Let's go here. Let's open it up. One. Uh, okay. I have this JPG image. Copy. Go here. Paste it here. Next. Same way. I'm gonna repeat it. Let's go here. Let's take it one. Copy. Paste. Let's go. Paste it. One more. Okay, this image is not working. Some images don't work. Why? Because if you see any image, it should end with .jpg, .png, or .wpp, something kind of one. If they are not ending with that, some online links don't work. Okay, it's about how do you take that online links. Shashank Redemption. Now I will go here. I will copy this. I'm just gonna, you know, put this 4, but if you can put it like the remaining 2 also, it's not a big deal. I think it's over. Go here. How can we connect both the files for using pop function? Prop. Are you connecting the files? No. In one file, you are writing the function. In another file, you are just using the name. That's why I'm telling it. First, I showed you components. Why? Because you should understand where you are writing component and where you are printing the component. Okay. One file, you will write it. Yesterday, I did the program, movie line and movie. Same thing, you can do it. Yesterday program only, you can do it the same way. Na? Each time, different values you can give. Now, if I go to the main project, where is this movie? Where is this movie? Sir, what is the image link, sir, every time? Doraemon only, na? It's a static one. How do you give dynamic? Now tell me here. I will remove this SRC. Tell me, how do you give dynamic SRC, sir? Braces. First one, braces. Inside the braces, what is the name? Props dot img link. Whatever the name I put, that only. If you want, you can pass the alt also, but alt I will use the title only. Alt I will use title because anyway title is there, na? I can use multiple times. If I go here, okay, they are looking very bad. Why? Because I did not write any nice CSS to make it good. Images. Where is main body.css? Dot movie, img, all movies, img should have height exactly 200 pixel or 250 pixel, correct. Now all will come correctly. Why these two are not coming? Not passed. Simple. You passed empty one. So that's why if SRC is empty, automatically alt will come. The alt is coming there. Any doubt, sir? Can we take image from our folder like HTML? Why not? You can use it same way. This is nothing but the HTML. But if I want to put like that, how do I do that? For this Titanic and the Pushpa one, I will do that. Huh? Okay, sorry, spelling mistake. At one moment I was confused. Let me go here. This is not the right image again, same thing. Let's download this. Why images are not coming for this? It came. Right click, img. Now I'm downloading this. Arishati React 730 inside the components demo. Whatever images you wanna keep, two ways are there. First way, easiest way, keep them in public. Keep them in public. Okay. There is a second way using imports and also, which we will tell you later. Go to the public and I will write it here. Pushpa. Go here. I am pasting this in public. If you go here, sir, in my folder, there is something called public folder. In public folder, there is one image called pushpa.jpg. Whatever in public, you can use them directly. In HTML, you have to go with path and all. Na? You know, you don't need any path. Directly you can use it. Now all I will do is here, whenever I'm passing this Pushpa one, here I will write it directly pushpa.jpg. Sir, did I give where is that pushpa.jpg? Did I tell? No. If you don't tell any path, if you don't tell any path where that particular image is there, automatically it will go and search for the public one. Public ones are available for public. Okay, it's like allowed for any file. Now, inside that public, that pushpa.jpg is there, it will take that and it will pass it to the movie, and the movie one will show. Simple. If you see my website, it will show there. Can you see? You can use local images also. Your wish, how you wanna show. Is it clear, ma online? Online, is it clear? Now, some people are like, sir, why to write this much thing? Why to write this much thing in movie? How many times I wrote? Is it looking good? This many times writing is not looking good, na? Instead, people use something called for loop. For loop or some loops are there. Loops are used to iterate the same thing multiple times. But sir, if you are using loop, how do you get this different data? So to get this different data, what the people will do, people will create something called arrays. You know arrays? So you all know arrays and for na? Arrays no, for loop also no. Then I will do it. I will go here. Now I will go. I will go to DeepSeek. Okay. Sometimes whenever I do some, chota works, I will go with the GPTs, obviously. What I will do is, I will ask, give me array, make all my props in array of objects. Sir, you can also create. First thing, I don't have the time. Okay. But I can also create it. All I will do is just to create one array. Simple. It will give me array of title, year, image link. Okay. Once I have them, I will paste this here. Go here. हो गया. Copy. I don't use any React codes. Copy my array. Now I will go. Again, I'm telling, don't use logics in the GPTs. I will do this one like array. Everyone can understand my array, na? There is a const movies array. Array name is movies. Now inside this movies, what we are having, it's our objects. Each object is having title, year, img link. Same thing, na? Online, you all understand, sir? Good. Now everyone understand. All I will do is, now what I will do, I will just remove this all movies. Now no movies are there. I will create it using. If you want to write JavaScript, which brace you will use? Curly braces. If you want HTML, parenthesis. Understand? HTML parenthesis, curly brackets, JavaScript. Correct. Now, if I go here, what is the array name? Movies dot. How do you go each and every element of the array? How to go to each and every element of the array, sir? That's why I asked, do you know arrays? In arrays, how to go to each and every element of the array? In arrays in JavaScript, there is something called for each. Do you know? For each map, something, so many are there. You all know, sir? Bhul gaya. Okay. Then it will be difficult for you. In arrays, there is something called for each, there is something called map, there are something called filter. So many arrays functions are there. Difference is for each cannot return the values, map can return the values. Okay, so that's why I'm using map here. Map, and I'm gonna use here a simple arrow function. All I will do is element and value index. So now in this movies array, whatever the element is there, that each and every element will come here. Now here I'm gonna use the again HTML. For HTML, I will put the braces. I will do this same logic. Div, no need of div. I will write it here. Movie img link is nothing but img link is nothing but e dot img link. Title is nothing but e dot title. Year is nothing but e dot title. Year dot year. If anyone not getting this map, don't worry. Before the map, whatever method I did, that's why I didn't introduce this. Before the method, whatever the method I did before the map, that one also you can try. This way or that way, both will work. Here, I is for index, no need. You can use this way also. Same output will come. There is no difference here if you see. Okay. So, but here code is clean. This is how normally people do. They will create one array, they will do it in a loop. Okay. But in case if you are not getting it, no worries. Anyway, tomorrow we'll discuss in detail about it. Till now, anyone have any questions, sir? Now today's task. Whatever you created yesterday, same thing I want. But this time, different movies I want. Okay, the actual representation of Netflix where I want movie line movie, or it's not about the movies, your wish. If you like cartoons, if you like cars, bikes, heroes, heroines, whatever, but I want it like different data, not the same data. Online, is it clear, ma? I will give you the GitHub link. Online, is it clear? I am not using for each because for each cannot return the values. I wanted to return to the HTML. Okay, for each will not return any value. Good. Let me give you GitHub link. React 730 new. You all know how to use GitHub? Learn GitHub, sir. Spend at least 1 hour in your life to learn GitHub. The more you know GitHub, the more easy your life will become. If you don't know GitHub, that's very bad because it is mandatory, whatever the tech you go. Now, I will add the notes also to this. Don't worry. TXT files I will add. So take my code from this. Online people, I'm pasting the code in chat. You can take it here, sir. Offline or online. Please take from this, sir. You can see our code. You can even take from my code how I did, and the same thing you can repeat it. I will mention it the detailed notes folder also in that, explaining it each and every topic. Okay. Yeah. Online, any questions, ma? Online or offline, any questions you can ask. We'll discuss. No questions. That's it for today, ma. Thank you. You can leave. Online, you can mention, sir. Thank you. Thank you all. Thank you. Yeah. Notes will be also in GitHub only, not in classroom. Sir, if we want to upload our own images, then we use a link of those images directly from the folder, or else we'll use in public. Use in public. Don't put it any link. Use in public if you want your own images. If you ask the admin, they will give you the links actually. Or you just take the GitHub now. Actually, three classes are okay. So I will put all these three classes in the GitHub and take it. Today's class will not share. Okay. I will mention. Please touch it. System. Install JSON file and yes. npm install అవ్వలేదా ఉంది కదా ఆబ్వియస్లీ ఇన్స్టాల్ అయితే అయిపోవాలి కదా అది స్టార్ట్ అయ్యాక ఫస్ట్ కమాండ్ ప్రాంప్ట్ npm స్పేస్ డాష్ బి అని డాష్ బి అని కొడితే వర్షన్ వస్తుంది వర్షన్ వచ్చింది అనుకో npm ఇన్స్టాల్ అయ్యింది ఇప్పుడు మనకి పిఎస్ కోడ్లో ఏం తక్కువ చూద్దాం వర్షనే రాలేదనుకో అప్పుడు npm ఇన్స్టాల్ అయితే npm వచ్చేస్తుంది